guys, so I have another sleigh video for you, but this one's going to be a little bit different. I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving, and I am happy to be back. I had to take a few days off. I did something really fun, and I worked with my florist in town, and we got to decorate Antrim 1844. It is a beautiful historic hotel in Tawnytown, Maryland, so I was gone for a few days doing that. It was a wonderful opportunity. I am back though, and again, I have another sleigh video for us, and I'm just taking it apart here. Now, when you take these sleighs apart, guys, what I found out the hard way, if you notice the band-aid on my finger, they have these tiny little like nails holding them together. So if you take them apart to do this craft or a similar craft, just know that. Just be careful. So I'm taking uh, the runners. Remember, we couldn't remember what they were called. They're called runners. I'm just taking them and I'm angling them just to make them look a little bit more sled-like. I didn't want to have that rounded edge on there. And I can, for whatever reason, I can never remember what they're called, but they're called runners. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to draw myself a nice straight line so that I can hot glue them back on to our sleigh, but we're gonna hot glue them on standing up. They're not gonna be laying down because it's gonna give us a little platform. And so that's what we are turning this little sleigh into. It's just a nice little winter platform for some pretty winter decor. And just taking my hot glue gun and just going to use a generous amount of hot glue so that it's very, very sturdy and secure. But if you go on Google and you search Antrim 1844, it's capital ANTRIM 1844, you will see this beautiful historic hotel. It is absolutely beautiful. It has a pub inside, it has a restaurant inside. The food is amazing. I mean, it is just a beautiful, wonderful place. It's located in Tawnytown, Maryland. And again, I was there for 3 days decorating with the florist that I work with here in town. And it was a group of 8 of us, and we had such a good time. I have done this now 3 years in a row, and it is just a really wonderful experience, and I'm very thankful for it. And just spending 3 days inside of a beautiful historic hotel, it's an amazing experience. So we got our runners on, and we are just reinforcing it with another strand of hot glue there, and just going to let that dry really good. And then what I'm going to do here in a moment is I'm going to paint the entire sleigh white. Just this nice bright white with the Kills chalk paint right there. I got that on sale for $4.99 for that whole big thing at a discount store that I have up here called Ollie's. And they had this bright white Kills brand chalk paint, and it was only $4.99, and it was such a good deal, so I had to grab one. Now, in hindsight, you could save a lot of time if you just spray painted this and put a couple coats of spray paint on it. But where I am, this was yesterday, okay? So this was yesterday that I did that, and when I say yesterday, I'm talking about Thursday. We had so much wind. We had 55-mile-an-hour gust, and it was so windy outside. And that's another reason why I'm narrating this video after the fact, why I'm not doing it live, because there was so much wind, and you know, things were being blown around outside, trash cans, stuff on people's decks. It was a very windy and noisy day. So I said it would be better if I just narrated this. So that is what I'm doing, guys. And so I did have to put 3 coats on here because the Christmas tree on the front of our little sleigh kept bleeding through. So it did take 3 coats, but it's okay. Um, I said to myself, do I want to go get some spray paint? And then I would hear the wind outside, and I was like, I am not leaving this house. I'm not leaving this house. I do not want to go out into all of that cold wind because I think with the wind chill, it was like 30 degrees. It was freezing. So I just said, no, we're just going to have a nice little happy day painting. So I did use the blow dryer in between coats to kind of speed up the process a little bit. I won't lie to you, I cheated. I used the blow dryer, but it's okay. And I just wanted to paint it solid white because when Christmas is over, I want to decorate for winter. So I plan on having like a lot of white and green for my decor for winter. So I'm taking a couple of those little Dollar Tree deer. I think they are so cute. I really do. But for this craft, I'm going to take them apart. And I'm going to paint them with the same matte chalk paint that we used for the sleigh. And for this one, I'm leaving the antlers on because that's the buck. And then I already took the antlers off of her and I filled it in with a little bit of spackle because that's our little doe. And I'm just going to paint them with a coat again of the matte white chalk paint. And they're going to be very flush with the sleigh. I wanted to do something a little more high end, a little neutral, and just something kind of elegant and pretty. I'm hoping to get a lot of snow this winter. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like snow, and I get it. Just showing you that I painted the doe the exact same way. But I do love snow, and we didn't get a lot last year, so I hope we get some this year because I think it is just so pretty. I don't like the mess, and I don't like the danger it poses with driving. But I do like how soft and pretty and quiet it gets when it snows. So just using the old blow dryer again, just drying them off. So I did put a 3rd coat on the sleigh because see how it was bleeding through a little bit after 2? And I shook the paint up really well, and it's really good paint. That tree on our sleigh just kept bleeding through, but look at how it's covered now. You don't see it at all now. So it did take 3 coats, and it was a little time consuming, but that's okay. I find painting to be very therapeutic. And just showing you that I kept my lines going in the same direction. Whenever I paint, I try to go in the same direction, and I try to smooth out my paint as much as possible. So moving on, we're going to use a little bit of Mod Podge, and we're going to use that little faux snow over there that you see in that little baggie. And that came from Dollar Tree as well. Everything came from Dollar Tree on here, guys. The sleigh, the little bag of snow that we're going to use, both deer, the little Christmas bulbs that we're going to use later on, everything came from Dollar Tree. The only thing that I got from Hobby Lobby is the ribbon that we're going to be using. But this really turns out really pretty. And again, I like to give you guys ideas, and I'm just sprinkling some snow on there. But I like to give you guys ideas. And now I chose to do this in all white. But you can totally change this up to go with your decor. If you're doing rustic, you could have painted this hunter green. You could have painted the deer with some brown chalk paint. You could have used pine cones. You could have used, some rope for your ribbon. You could have really switched it up. if you were doing, say, like cottagecore Christmas, how pretty would this be if you had painted the sleigh here in a soft turquoise? If you use some soft pink velvet ribbon, keep the deer white, and then get those soft pastel bulbs with the pink and the blue and the green. How pretty would that be? So please, please switch stuff up to match your decor and just have fun with it. You know, just get creative. That's what it's all about. So I'm putting some hot glue onto our little deer's feet, and we're just going to hold him there for a moment. And I'm going to put a little bit of snow around his feet, a little bit more of that faux snow to cover up any of the hot glue that might be showing. And I couldn't get it exactly where I wanted it to go, so I just started blowing the snow around to get it onto his feet. So because I wanted to get it as close to his feet as possible, but I didn't want to knock him over because he was still drying. So I just started blowing it around, and yes, I did have to break out the broom and sweep my floors, but that's okay. I have 2 dogs, so my floors need to be swept on a daily basis. So now we're going to add in the little dough here. And I was thinking about putting one of those wire brush trees in the back over here, but then I said, no, I don't want to crowd it up. I want it to be very soft and elegant, and I don't want it to look crowded. So that's why I chose to go with some Christmas bulbs. So just putting some snow on her little feet too. I think this just looks like a pretty little deer couple taking a walk in a winter wonderland, and that is what I was going for. So I think this just turned out really cute. So that is the ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I think it was $3.99, and it's velvet. I love velvet ribbon, and it is this really pretty green. It is such a pretty green. I don't want to call it moss green. It might be moss green, but it's not like an olive green. There's no olive in it. It's just this really soft, elegant green. I don't know how else to describe it. It's really pretty. So I'm going to use that on our sleigh, and I'm just going to hot glue it to the inside. And I angled the ends of the ribbon just to give it, you know, a little something. I wanted it to look finished. And I made sure that when I hot glued the ribbon, that the velvet side was facing outward. I love velvet ribbon. I think velvet ribbon is just so elegant and just so beautiful. It is my favorite ribbon in the world. Just going to make a little bit of room so I can show you guys. So just going to add on a little bit more glue to put this ribbon onto the other side there, just like that. But I really hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know we had a very nice Thanksgiving. It was very busy. It was very busy. But we had my daughter's future in-laws. They joined us. We met her fiance's sister. She was a lovely person. We had a very nice Thanksgiving and lots of really good food and good company, and what more can you ask for? So it was very nice, but I will tell you, I ate way too much. Oh my gosh, I ate way too much, and I will be starting a diet soon, but I'm not complaining. Don't ever complain about having too much food. So I just tied it in a really nice, elegant bow there. And now I'm just going to add on those little bulbs. Now, guys, we've used this package of bulbs in another craft. So we have really gotten our money's worth with these $1.25 bulbs from Dollar Tree. I've used them. I think this is the third craft I've used them in. And just showing you, they do have a slight little seam because they are plastic. But honestly, you really don't see it. So I just wanted to show it to you. You could hot glue them and face them down in a way to where you can try to camouflage it. But I don't think they're I don't think the seam is easily seen. So I wasn't worried about it, but I did want to show it to you just so that you were aware. And I just kind of put these down like around them. I just wanted to add something to this. It just needed a little something. And again, I didn't want to crowd it up. I wanted to keep it nice and elegant, so I didn't want to crowd it up with any little wire brush trees. I thought that would just be a little too much. So I just added in a couple of the little silver bulbs. I keep calling them balls, but they're bulbs. And then I'm going to put a little candle in the front here, and I just think it turned out really pretty. And I think it would look so nice on like a coffee table or even as a centerpiece. And there you go, guys. And I just, it's just very simple, but I think it turned out really elegant, and I think it looks really high end. And I just kept it very simple by painting everything white. And I love the way this turned out. And the deer, they almost look like they have a little bit of a concrete edge to them. Now, I wanted to show that to you right there. In hindsight, I should have sanded down some of the raised paper. I peeled off as much as I could, and I thought the paint would make it lay down, but it didn't. So in the future, I will sand it a little bit. So I just wanted to point that out to you, but I think this turned out so pretty and just so elegant, and just a little deer couple taking a stroll through the Wonderland, and I put a little candle on it, and I just think it looks beautiful. And I love the color of that ribbon, and just a simple little bow, not even a bow, just a little knot that we tied there. I just think it looks really elegant, and I hope you guys like this, and I hope I gave you the idea. Now remember, you can switch up the colors, you can switch up the ribbon. If you like this, switch it up to match your decor. I would love to see your pictures in the comments if you decide to do this. And be careful, because there are some little teeny weeny little nails in those runners. So just be careful with that. But I hope you guys like this video, and I thank you so much for joining me and for being here. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, I hope you take care. See you later.